Okay, this is one more video that uh, provides evidence that there was more than one shooter at the theater that night, or at least more than one person involved. So let's go ahead and show that.
We don't know why, and everybody wants to know why, including those who are over at Gateway High School, and that's where Matt Fleener is right now.
Yeah, hi Kyle. As we focus up our camera here, we're joined by two people who were actually inside Theater 9 where the main shooting took place. I'm joined by Fasil Iayu and Evan Morrison. And gentlemen, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Can you just tell me what you saw and what you heard?
We were just watching the movie. It was about 15 minutes into it, and as we were doing that, someone completely dressed in black started walking from the bottom emergency exit on the right. And we saw something getting thrown from the back of the theater, and then from his side, something looked like a canister in it.
So he said something got thrown. He said they saw, about 15 minutes into the show, they saw the guy walk in at the front, at the exit, on the right-hand side. And they saw him throw something, and they also saw something coming out of the middle of the theater, another canister being thrown, with smoke coming out of it.
Popping noises and tear gas, and then he started shooting.
So you said you saw something come from the back of the theater as well, and then the front as well?
Yeah, they both were thrown. They popped one after the other, and after they did, he started shooting.
You notice how he uses the word they? Because he's pretty sure that there's two people involved here, one in the back, one in the front.
Tell me what else you saw.
Same thing. I mean, I saw the first thing come from the middle. It appeared to be an unidentified object, but you could see gas coming out of it, so we couldn't tell.
So the second guy sees it too, and he says, at first it seemed like, just unidentified, but hey, smoke's coming out of it. You think you got a hint what that might be?
Well, then people got up and they started screaming, and so we thought somebody was just hurt from the thing landing on them, and then immediately we saw a man come from the right bottom exit, and then he just pointed the gun in our direction, or towards the middle upper level of the theater, and then started shooting, and we ducked.
It's just now almost 5:30. Dawn is breaking. How do you make sense of what's happened over the past 4.5 hours here?
We don't know.
More ridiculous questions for him. How do you make sense? Well, how do you make sense of something like that? False flag attack, maybe the same thing as Fast and Furious, where they're trying to make it look like there are crazy people in America that need to be controlled, and that we need to control everybody because there's a couple people that are crazy. I read the paper this morning about the guy that they suspect is a shooter, and they had the front page with his orange hair on it, and he just looked dazed. He doesn't even look like he's alert. He looks like he's under a spell of some sort, or maybe some sort of a drug, or who knows what. But he's not with it. So I start reading a little bit, because they don't have much of an article, but it says that he just kind of is standing there. He doesn't respond. He doesn't have any. It's almost like he's not even there, like he's in a dream or something.
We have ideas. From what we saw, he wasn't alone. He had someone with him, because the second can of tear gas didn't come from his side.
So there's the evidence, absolute eyewitness evidence. There was more than one person in that theater that night with intent to kill people. Let's continue.
He was completely dressed in black, head to toe. From what we saw, it seemed like he had something over his face.
Okay, he says that he's got something over his face to, the guy that they can see out front, to, probably a gas mask or something. We already know that. And, it would have been great if somebody would have had a gun and shot him right through the middle of that mask. That would have been perfect. And we know it wasn't the guy they arrested, though, because the video I made yesterday with the other witness shows that the guy was 5'8" or 5'9". So the guy they arrested is 6'3", not even close. So obviously they didn't arrest the right guy.
assume that someone got him in because whatever he was wearing seemed thick, so I don't think he would really, I think he'd stand out in a crowd.
So this guy's saying absolutely he must have got somebody to help him get in because, I mean, just the way he's dressed, how many people are going to walk in with an AK, a shotgun, bulletproof vest, a mask, and smoke bombs? I mean, where do you even get these things? I mean, where do you? I know you can order the guns and the ammo and stuff like that, but I thought that these tear gas canisters were strictly something that only the police could handle. I've never heard of the public being able to buy these things. I guess they can, but I would like to find that out too as part of this investigation.
Facile EIU and Evan Morrison, two of the eyewitnesses who were inside of Theater 9. That is probably the most chilling account of what we've heard all morning here at Gateway High School, Kyle. As we've heard, police have said just one gunman, but as we just heard Mr. EIU say, he did see another canister come from the back of the theater.
So, you know, this guy's just trying to figure it out. He's just a reporter, and you know he hasn't been given the speaking points yet. Eventually you'll see over time they will give out speaking points, and the media will stay away from the second shooter or the second person involved, because the police and the FBI want this story to be of a lone gunman, not two, and they want us to believe that one single guy sitting in his house can be a danger. That way they can go into people's houses who have, I mean, like this guy that they're suggesting did something wrong. He has no record. He has no history. So they would like to say, look, we can look at people that have no history and see that they do terrible things. So let's take away all the guns from people that have never been proven to have any problems. This is what I'm talking about when I say that the Obama administration is hell-bent on taking guns, and this is just more evidence. They used the case of Trayvon and George as a way to get rid of stand your ground, because they don't like the idea that individuals can defend themselves. They just don't like it. They want you to depend on the government. They want you to wait for the police to come and save you, or you're going to die. They don't want you to have any way to defend yourself. Think of all those women on YouTube that you can see, all these women that have used a gun to save their life or their family, and you wonder, who is it? What Democrat would deny a woman the right to defend her life? I mean, aren't these people supposed to be pro-choice? Shouldn't a woman have the choice to have a weapon if she feels that she needs it for her own protection? Apparently the Democrats and Obama hate women. They just hate them. Because if they didn't hate women, they would insist that women have this ability to defend themselves. So, again, just to go over this real quick, there is more than one person involved. The FBI and the media are probably going to cover that up. So pay attention, keep your eyes open on this stuff, guys. Good talking to you.